Sounds like everybody had an eventful week.
Yeah, man.
But mainly you there with your waterworks.
If I was a beaver, I'd have gotten shoved out of the colony.
Parker Schnabel and Tyler drop a bombshell, and Parker Schnabel's crew gets paid. Tony Beets is going all in on a risky gold rush gamble. Hope keep watching for more details. Hi guys, what's up? My name is Alana. Welcome back to my channel. Like this video and enjoy this video. Don't miss the main topic of this video, so let's start the latest update. Is it necessary to preserve gold rush discoveries? Tony Beets, the star of Gold Rush, expressed in his monologue how he looks down on those who enter the family mining industry, noting that 99% of them are full of asterisks. Are viewers enjoying the show? And does Discovery need to save it? Aside from Parker Schnabel, a lot of people in Gold Rush build family companies. Rick Nes and Tony Beets, however, it appears that the show has reached a standstill, and that drama will now take center stage rather than mining. Additionally, these more seasoned miners are constantly under pressure to meet deadlines, which means that failure to do so would result in their complete loss. This dynamic is becoming tiresome. Though it's not universally disliked by any means, some Gold Rush fans become disinterested and agitated with the direction the show takes. Keep in mind, this seems to be true of almost any show that gets renewed for so long. Most Discovery fans, however, seem to still enjoy the show, especially if they did mining themselves at some point. Gold Rush should be spared from feeling depressed over the program. The headline of a Reddit thread asking for help to save the show was removed by the moderator, but the original post about the Discovery show remained. Fans are divided on whether or not it should be saved, according to the conversation. Most of them discussed the newcomers, much like Tony Beets did for Gold Rush. Some fans liked the intriguing part about the dinosaur, while others felt that drone images should be used. There may not be as many tiny businesses as Discovery fans would like because Revel is a lot larger camp area than the show reports on. Personally, I just want to see competent operations doing what they do. I don't need all the created drama that comes with these smaller crews. You can't have it both ways. The show is still great and serves as a reminder of how difficult mining is in real life, but Tony and Parker make it seem easy, which is interesting for a different reason. Personally, all I want to watch is Rick if he stays clean and Parker. I was happy to see Fred and his neighbors leave the show this year because I don't think there needs to be a replacement. I think the show is still great old times, where the Hoffman with which is equivalent to Fred people who don't know what they are doing. Drama people complained about Fred. These days we get professionals with a mix of idiot drama people. Complain Parker and Tony were the only characters that piqued my interest, but Tony has recently become unwatchable. They're only filler for the season. It's obvious that the dinosaur they discovered was interesting overall, but they chose to add them as possible members of a different crew because they're better than Fred and the My Family is Bankrupt kid. Tony has faced many hurdles in Gold Rush Season 14, which surpasses the seasoned gold miner. Noted for his audacity and tenacity at the start of the season, Tony set a lofty aim of mining 6,000 ounces of gold, but as the season draws to a close, he hasn't even mined 2,000 ounces in a desperate attempt to reach his target. Tony started out with big intentions, like buying a new wash plant for $1 million. He didn't stop there though, as he also made the hazardous choice to bring back dredge number 1 after it had been dormant for 5 years. If the dredge doesn't work as planned, Tony might lose money. The Viking dredge, also known as the Beets dredge number 1, is a floating industrial bucket with a storied history dating back to 1939 and a weight of 350 tons that Tony bought in Season 5 for $1 million. Despite not being used since the 1980s, the dredge is an essential component of the Viking fleet and shows Tony's readiness to make significant investments in new machinery. The dredge had a remarkable history, having dredged 1 million ounces of convict gold in 1939 alone. Tony decided to bring the dredge back, dismantling it during Season 5 with the intention of having it operational by the end of that season or the beginning of Season 6. However, the process took longer than expected, requiring 6 months for disassembly, transportation, and reassembly. Despite setbacks like a damaged breaker panel and a leak during refloating, the dredge eventually began dredging and washing, yielding some gold in the process. But Tony found the dredge to be a difficult experiment, sinking underwater several times, and in one instance, fine sound clogged the slows, causing spills onto the deck. To make matters worse, the dredge sank twice in a 6-week period, giving Tony more troubles. Kevin Beets, who played a vital role in managing maintenance issues and had familiarity with the dredge, has left the team. Tony is asking inquiries regarding possible difficulties in Kevin's absence because he feels his absence very much. Kevin's wish for a more straightforward existence and a brief vacation from mining is the reason behind his departure from Gold Rush Season 14. Kevin hasn't been a regular member of the crew since Season 6, which has had a noticeable impact on Tony and the dynamics. Since its inception, the Beets family has played a significant role in Gold Rush, seasons that highlight the difficulties and victories of gold mining in the harsh Klondike climate. As the season progresses, viewers see Tony's fortitude and tenacity in the face of hardship and the effects Kevin's absence has on the Beets team. Throughout addition to examining the search for gold, Gold Rush digs into the lives of the miners, their aspirations, their fears, and the bonds they make throughout a test tube for the gold rushed. Tony's acerbic demeanor has functioned as a guide for his boys, especially Kevin, who has developed into a composed leader. The program encapsulates the spirit of the mining sector, where each nugget that is extracted is difficult. As the season progresses, every success and every setback serves as a lesson in the chase of fortune. With sinking incidents and unforeseen challenges adding an air of unpredictability to Tony's mining venture, viewers are left wondering about Tony's ability to recover and whether the risks associated with Dredge Number 1 will pay off. Will the dredge prove to be a game changer, or will it contribute to Tony's season falling short of the set target? In addition to capturing the highs and lows of gold mining, Gold Rush also explores the private lives of the miners. Fans are eager to see how Tony Beets will navigate the remaining challenges and whether he can turn the tides in his favor, securing a successful season, despite the music setbacks he has experienced. Tony's role as a mentor to his sons and the evolving dynamics within the crew add layers of complexity to the narrative as the season hurdles towards its conclusion. Another update is, do discoveries made during the Gold Rush need to be preserved? In his monologue, Gold Rush star Tony Beets stated how he views those who work in the family mining business, saying that 99% of them are full of asterisks, because Discovery need to salvage the show and are fans finding it enjoyable. Other than Parker Schnabel, many Gold Rushers establish family businesses, Tony and Rick Nes Beets, but it seems like the performance has come to a halt and drama, rather than mining, will now take center stage. Furthermore, these more experienced miners are always under pressure to meet deadlines because missing them would mean total loss. This dynamic is starting to get boring. While not inherently unpopular, some Gold Rush enthusiasts grow bored and frustrated with the show's trajectory. Remember, this appears to apply to nearly every show that receives a long-term renewal. Nonetheless, the majority of Discovery viewers appear to still like the program, particularly if they have experience with mining. Gold Rush shouldn't have to suffer from depression as a result of the show. The moderator deleted the headline of a Reddit thread pleading for assistance to rescue the show, but the original post about the Discovery show was left intact. The discourse indicates that opinions among fans are mixed on whether it should be preserved or not. Most of them talked about the newcomers in the same way that Tony Beets talked about Gold Rush. While some fans thought drone photos ought to be used, others thought the dinosaur's interesting aspect was worth mentioning. Revel is a much wider camp area than what Discovery reported on, so there might not be as many tiny businesses as enthusiasts would want. For my part, I don't need all the drama that these smaller crews create. I just want to watch skilled operations performing what they do. You can't have it both ways. Tony and Parker make mining seem easy, which is interesting for a different reason. But the show is still wonderful and serves as a reminder of how difficult mining is in real life. Personally, if Rick stays clean, that's all I want to see, along with Parker. This year, I was relieved to see Fred and his neighbors go from the show, since I don't think they need to be replaced. The only characters on the show that really caught my attention were Tony and Parker, but Tony has recently lost all appeal and is merely there as filler for the season. I feel like the show is still from the good old days, when Hoffman was the equivalent of Fred and people complained about him because he was a dramatist with no idea what he was doing. The dinosaur they found was obviously intriguing overall, but since they were better than Fred and the youngster from the bankrupt family, they decided to add them as potential members of a new crew. Thanks for watching my video.